The Tehachapi Pass offers no shortage of twisting, winding, silver bands of steel with serpentine curves mixed with open hillsides, tunnels, and almost limitless photographic opportunities. Let's enjoy a small sampling of some of the heavy-duty action from both UP and BNSF on UP's Mojave Sub from October of 2017, beginning with this southbound on the big curve at Caliente. In the steam era, this was where helpers were kept. A Y was once located on the outside of the curve. Between 1874 and 1876, a predominantly Chinese labor force of around 3,000 people equipped with little more than hand tools, shovels, picks, horse-drawn carts, and blasting powder cut through the mountain in an effort to connect Bakersfield and Mojave by rail. 18 tunnels and 10 bridges were also needed in order for the trains to start rolling. Southern Pacific civil engineers James R. Strobridge and William Hood oversaw the construction. The distance between Caliente and Tehachapi was only about 17 miles by highway, but 26 by rail. The track curvature between these 2 points would be enough to equal nearly 19 complete revolutions. A short distance up the hill is Allard Tunnel, otherwise known as Tunnel Number 2. The top of the tunnel offered a great view of this northbound BNSF intermodal train as it negotiated the many curves along Bealville Siding. Looking the other direction, the train continued down grade. In a few minutes, the train came back and passed by those trees seen in the distance on the right. This was the only way to bring the railroad over the mountain. Seen from a slightly different angle, a Portland to Long Beach intermodal train came up to Allard Tunnel. No trip to Tehachapi seems complete without some coverage here. A southbound UP manifest was seen making its way toward the world-famous Tehachapi Loop. Every year, thousands visit from around the world to witness this engineering marvel for themselves. The train will enter tunnel number 9 and circle over itself. The track through and directly above the tunnel has an elevation difference of 77 feet from railhead to railhead. When this line was being constructed, SP had its eye to the east and intended to bypass Los Angeles completely, but eventually a route to LA through Soledad Canyon was built. In 1899, Santa Fe was granted trackage rights between Mojave and Bakersfield. Both Santa Fe and SP ran passenger trains until Amtrak took over in 1971. Since then, only company passenger specials, circus trains, charter trains, and on occasion, Amtrak's detouring Coast Starlights have been the only passenger trains to use the Tehachapi route. We produced several recent shows on the great Amtrak Tehachapi detours. Be sure and look for them. The railroad maintained a 2.2% grade. With all the curvature, this created added wear and tear on the outer rail, which shortens its lifespan. Track maintenance on the mountain is almost constant. Some days, perhaps a few spikes are needed. On other days, entire sections of track need to be replaced. Some days, perhaps a few spikes are needed. On other days, entire sections of track need to be replaced. This causes work windows that could last for a few hours or most of the day. Sadly, this is a necessity when it comes to mountain railroading. In 1952, the White Wolf Fault ruptured. Every building in Tehachapi was damaged or destroyed. The quake took out a few tunnels and halted rail operations for weeks. This was the second strongest recorded earthquake in California during the 20th century, topped only by the Great San Francisco earthquake of 1906. Today, 12 tunnels remain. Back in the Caliente area, we caught a southbound BNSF with a rather impressive string of engines. Norfolk Southern Heritage Unit number 1071, depicting predecessor Jersey Central lines, added a splash of color on an otherwise cloudy day. We'll wrap it up with one last run-by with the NS 1071 as it approached the siding of Marcel, which was recently extended to connect with the 4,400-foot Whalong siding. With the removal of part of the hillside to bring the track extension through, a bit of the Tehachapi Loop area can be seen from this vantage point near Tehachapi Woodford Road. Recent rains have already started turning the hills green. Thanks for watching.